Hello, everyone. Back again. Welcome back to another video review. So, once again, I'm doing another stream. This is not only an update on my hiatus, this is also, well, a little clarification on on my recent video. Hello, Netflix Studios and Station Master. First and foremost, I just want to say I am truly sorry. I was actually crying, like, because, well, that's another story why I was sobbing and such, but the whole beginning scene that played out with that reskin of Emily, and that reskin is actually a close friend of mine, right? Like, which her OC and she and many of my personal life friends have agreed to the series that I am creating. Thank you, Napper Series. I'm doing good. I'm just explaining like the little hiccup from a couple nights ago. I yeah, and then the rest of it, like let's just say the end of it, like basically the second half of it, where I was my OC was just running away, raging, and whatnot, and yes, using afternoon's whistle, whatnot. Let's just say that, like, let's just say part of it was I was going off of an idea that that close friend of mine proposed to me, like a good friend of mine in the fandom proposed to me, "Hey, why not, pretend to be Afton and do that?" Like not in the way that you saw, but um I will include as many, well, yes, Daniel Brooks. I'll make sure to include your OC in it. It's just like I said, like I'll mention this particular series. I mentioned this in a previous live stream. It's going to focus a lot on something that I have been focusing on a lot the last 5 years alone compared to the previous rest of the rest of my, basically it's something I've been focusing on more often the last 5 years than I had previously. Uh and yeah, that's great that you're doing a lot better, Daniel, and I will um yeah, yeah, well just yeah. But I mean, I'll tell you the truth about like the beginning of that. So basically, I'm just saying this right now. I've been very faithful faithful to the man in the white robe himself up in the clouds. And it just it's not like, and the music was so amazing. Like it's just the music that will it's so beautiful and amazing. It just you just feel so connected almost instantly. Um I tried holding it in at the time, but I couldn't. And that's when what my close friend who you saw her OC, she knew that something was wrong and consoled me for, well, obvious reasons. I It was at that moment, at that time, where I actually did see my hypnotherapist. Uh, it has worked so well. I wouldn't say this is a setback. It's more or less like this and that. Like, and I know a lot of people are saying, well, like at the time of this recording, where are the other videos? Like, where's the rest of season 9, or not season 9, season 10 of my series? It's gonna happen. I actually just at this very moment finished narrating episode 15 of my series, of my Tatmate series, which I haven't really focused like, okay, I'm still into the Tomy and Trackmaster and whatnot. It's just I told as I mentioned in a prior live streaming video, the layout, like all that surface that you saw when I started my series, it's gone. It's ripped up. It's like I still am like I still cannot fathom why the bloody hell like we haven't been able to replace it. So yeah. Um and I know other people actually someone what was his name? Shoot. Sorry. And I never even knew this. Hold on. Let me just well, actually I'll do this. Wait for it to load. Yeah, a good friend of mine, we'll call him Q Dog. Q Dog, uh, he saw the video and he wanted to make sure I was doing well. And I feel honestly embarrassed today more than I was the last little while. I really, really feel that I embarrassed myself to the world by doing what I did, like on that video, like where, and I should have ended the video like after I was weeping, after I was crying, and then I just, you know, cut to black screen, end right there. But that fire, for some reason, still was burning in my soul to do that. I shouldn't have. I should have extinguished it. But and now from this moment onward, that's what the title of this stream is. From this moment onward, like, and I know I've said this, and I know I'm going to repeat myself a lot, but from this moment onward, I'm going to be a little more considerate and more wiser than I was, even though I am a wise person, but I'm going to be a little bit more wiser than ever. From this moment onward, I need to make certain that I, know my boundaries. I know my rights and wrongs. I'm not that naive. I'm just honestly trying to redeem myself. The last 3 years, I've been trying to redeem myself, but the end result is yet to be paid off. Like, because I'll tell you, like I mentioned, because I'm actually working on a short film, like, but I have had zero luck, zero luck, like with the financial side, with agreements, and casting. Like this is personal life talk, not Thomas the Tank Engine or whatnot talk. I have just been like, I'm honestly personally like, don't know what to do on that, but I'm sure I'll find the solution in that regard. But what can I say? What can I say? Like it's just like I really have embarrassed myself in many ways than one. I really have embarrassed myself. I really have frustrated myself, like and burnt myself out to the point where I just have I just like I'm I feel like I feel like I'm the engine that plunged into the gap and is shrieking like a lost soul, but not actually shrieking like a lost soul, even though I'm not dead. But oh boy, but anywho, but anywho, who was I? And of course, like, and I know I have alluded to this a lot, and I know I've said this a few times, but there is a loose end that I'm trying to eliminate. I'm in the process of reporting the findings to Discord. Oh yes, yes, Nephrisues. I am doing my very very best to try to think as you know and being as faithful to the man in the white robe up in the clouds. Um, but as I was saying, uh, once as I said, once that certain loose end is finally dealt with, I will make certain to because this is a personal promise to me that I will I shall defeat the darkness and persevere into the light because that darkness is still around. That darkness needs to be shown the light. The light awaits the darkness. I'm sorry for being dramatic here, but it's just part of my faith. Part of my faith. Sorry, long silence. I'm just recollecting my thoughts here. Um, what else? Um, but like I said, expect the major changes to take place, whether it's towards the end of the year or next. But unfortunately, like as I've said, and I've know I've alluded to this in the past, Gold Dust Hunters will happen next year. And the other special I was working on, which was supposed to happen this year, is going to be pushed back to next year. So now that's three projects, including the Rise of Jess Fitzgerald, plus other things that I and part of the reason, like Jasper's trades model, I've been it shouldn't be this hard to export a model into trades. Like I know I admit I was arrogant thinking that I Rajiv and Jasper, etc. But anyway. I really have to stop with the false promises and empty promises. So from this moment onward, I will fulfill those promises and wishes. Because, and I'm not trying to sound redundant, I'm not trying to sound cliche, but a promise is a promise, and I must keep it. Anyway, so I'm not going to ramble on too much. It's just that's the end of this update hiatus thing. Again, uh, I don't know when. Uh, well, not for studios. That is a story for another day about Slipknot Engine. Um, because technically that's not a me project. Uh that's a totally separate thing that I just did my part with. Let's just say. Hello CMF, but um, and and no, and people are and no, I didn't create Slipknot Engine. again, like all of those amazing trailers and outstanding, like that outstanding trailer released a year ago, like still is, well, yes, Duffer Studios, like that's it's a long story, but basically, yeah. Anyway, I before I go on another tangent, I'm going to end this stream here. I'll explain that in a few separate stream if my best as possible. I will say though that on my end, let's just say I'm working on a future project. It involves the same basis as that engine, but it has a very emotional attachment to it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not offended. I just I just yeah. Anyway, so that's it of the stream. Thank you so much for watching, and uh, yeah. So I will end by saying take care, everyone. See you soon. Good day. Catch you later. Bye bye.